We're back with another episode of Big Six Bants, but it's not just any episode, it's the first ever Liverpool show on Big Six Bants. So I had to get them. I had to get the big guns. I had to bring them over here. So again, very, very happy for you guys to even be on the channel. It's been a while. So I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. People know already, but how you doing, man? How we doing?
Good, bro. Good.
Yeah, man. Good to be here, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, we have to return the favor. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Show some love. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe to Big Six Bants, people, man. Come on, get it done, man. Get it done.
Indeed.
Trust me, fully blessed to be here, bro. Once again, and just thank you again, bro. You know it's all love. And listen, man, we're gonna chat about some good stuff tonight. I can see already. You get me?
So 100%, man. And I'm glad. Like, always grateful to have you guys on. You guys have supported me since like what day? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, back when Cal's high top was he had the guy with him going on. You know what I'm saying, right?
I got the Jay-Z going on. I got the Jay-Z going on.
There, you know.
I was actually chatting about Cal if he was thinking of getting the Cameron Jones, but I don't really. How you really feeling about that, bro?
No, so look, I don't think I could pull off dreads. Plus, I don't have the patience for it. But another thing is, I don't like the sides of my hair being high either, whereas I'd have to grow out the sides and all that because it irritates my ears. I know it sounds silly. It irritates my
when you get the little feeling here, innit? You get the it's like,
do you know how many times I've turned around and gone, what is it? What is it? Like, I'm just walking on the street and man just coming up behind me going, at the back of my ear or so. So I couldn't, man. I couldn't.
Yeah, no,
it's like when the moustache tickles the nose, it's jarring, isn't it? It's like, oh,
thanks, Drew. Thanks.
No, I mean, listen,
you got a moustache, bro.
Not one that tickles my nose, though, Drift.
Tickles. What does that feel like?
I mean, it doesn't tickle nothing, bro. It's just there.
Because I don't. You man are there chilling with the beard, like beard gang down. You beard man. That's why I put you lot on the bottom because you
yeah. We're staying strong up here, bro. We're staying strong up here.
It can get annoying as well. Don't get it twisted.
Oh,
in it for real, man. No, it can for real.
Oh,
it can.
Boo-hoo, bro. I'm
so
annoying that you man wouldn't trade it now. You wouldn't get rid of it.
Hold on, you lot hairline gangs. I don't know what you man are complaining about.
No, but I don't complain about
hairline gang.
Yeah.
Hairline gang.
I don't complain.
Yeah? So hold on, you man got hairlines, no?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
but like, I'm saying, so we're beard gang, and you man a hairline gang, innit?
But can we wear a hat on our beards? On what beards? First of all, what beards? Can we wear a hat?
Yeah, what are we putting on there, man?
Can wear hats. There's ways around it.
I ain't got no do-rag. I ain't got no do-rag for my mouth, bro. What am I going to put on? Half balaclava, bro?
You man can do a lot though. You can do short back and sides. You could do afro. You could do dreads. You could do plaits. You could do, bro. You could do a lot.
Matt, the question
goes, but
what can I put over my face?
This is what we're saying. What can we do to what can we do to make like the? Because again, you lot can whack a do rag on. You get a hat. You can get the bucket hat. You man can
do that
hoodie, anything. This, but what can we do? I want to know. Me too.
I tell you what. See all those options that you just said once. Try doing that in the summer. It's difficult, bro. It's difficult. Man was sweating his ass off, bro. It's difficult.
Nah, bucket hats, Drift. Bucket hats.
For the summer, bro.
Nah, bucket hats get hot in 28-degree weather, you know.
So you don't think our hair does as well?
Nah, yeah, but you could just do a 0.5 if you wanted to, bro. You could do what you want, innit?
I'm saying you got
variety.
Once again, I'll be able to answer what we can do with the beard all year round.
Let me just run through a couple of the comments quickly. Big up C1. It says big up Monts and Team Kopish every time. I don't think Callum should be angry that Alisson is out because he's the best third choice keeper in the Prem and will start and have a masterclass. Oh, we have the best third choice keeper.
C1 London can't be a Liverpool fan.
Definitely.
I mean, C1, that's got to be Chelsea, right?
Has to be.
Yeah. That's the Chelsea fan. It's fine because that man been screaming that Mendy is the best keeper in the league when he's only been doing his thing for like 1 year. I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, behave. Come on.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
That.
He won a Champions League and they're getting gassed, isn't it? So I think that's
like Alisson to come in and do that. You know what I mean?
No.
Big up Ryan. Big up Ryan as well. Every time doing some great work on Flawless's show. Who could make an appearance today, by the way. Just obviously the Varane and Maguire injury. I thought I might come in and laugh at him for a bit. You guys want to do that?
Oh yeah, they're both out, innit? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
It's Bailly and Lindelof. Here comes the squad.
Ollie tax is going up every year.
I don't like it though, because I'm Ollie in. So I'm really not happy with this, to be fair.
Special announcement. We actually have 10 people in the live. That's an all-time high, people. That's actually an all-time high. It's this is the third live. So 10 people. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
No,
Listen,
bro, I'm saying I'm happy.
No,
brother.
I'm
You're
not
happy.
even laughing.
No. Yeah, that's big,
I was
bro.
laughing at
That's
something
big.
else. I was laughing at an unpopular opinion about Adrian gets too much disrespect. I was like, huh?
He doesn't get it.
I did.
You know, I'm not even going to throw him under the bus. He's
I don't want to say it, but someone's trying to say like we're too harsh on Adrian. Like, I don't know what you man think of that, but I think
What?
Yeah, apparently we're too harsh on
Anyway,
Adrian.
we won't talk about Adrian, but yeah, big up Ethan as well. Was literally like just laughing at the whole thing as well. I was just on PS4 with him a second ago, so big up Ethan. Got Mike saying big up Kopish, of course. Big up every time.
Big up.
Big up, man.
Ryan's. Oh, it was Ryan that said it.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ryan, like,
Doggy, dog. I'm gonna just
Is
bypass
Ryan a
that
Liverpool?
one.
Is Ryan a Liverpool man? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, he's a Liverpool fan. Yeah.
I'm quite surprised at that still.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Fair enough. Man like Matt, my favorite panelist on Kopish, Matt.
Oi, big up. Appreciate that, man. Enough love, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Big him up, man. See one again. Yeah, Drift, you got the money on the money. So yeah, I think you guessed Chelsea fan. You guessed right, Drift.
Yeah, yeah. There
Smell
you
him
go.
still. You can smell him. Smell him.
Good to see you guys together on the Big Six. But listen, the Kopish Big Six band link up is a very special one, people. I don't think people quite understand. Like, we've had some amazing moments, putting Drifty in a spliff.
But then you know what happened? What happened to that split?
You remember Tariq, man?
I mean, Tariq.
It was Tariq and Tariq. It was Tariq.
It was
and
yeah,
Tariq.
no, for real. There was Tariq Lamptey, and then there was my son. You my son. Man, like Tariq,
And I remember when the fire brigade came round and asked how the fire got started, and they said the spliff fell on the floor. That's how the fire started.
What? Hold on. What game was it before? What was the game before? What was the preview we did where we were speaking about that? Because Mane did score in the game. Was it the Leeds? Was it the Leeds game?
No,
I can't remember. I definitely remember it weren't me and the spliff no more. That's for damn sure.
No, there was one. No, but there was one game. Now I remember Monts was smoking his drifty pack. There was one game.
It was the Southampton game. I'm telling you, it was the Southampton game.
But what it is, if you got your revenge, there was two games. I think there was two games.
It might have been the Tottenham game after that, actually. I think it might have been the Tottenham game where he balled out in that game.
My gosh.
I'm not gonna lie. I would take that. Massive Manzomora.
Man called me Bobby, Man called me Bobby.
UTR's finest. Hey, listen.
Oh man,
we ain't even got to the topics yet. I'm dying already.
I'll take Dembele. I'm used to Dembele, innit?
I'll take Lacazette.
No, Dembele's fine, but who's the better striker, Lacazette or Zamora?
Lacazette.
What was the one that said after the game? Wait, what was the
Zamora weren't too shabby for West Ham, so I don't know.
Bob, you compare Lacazette to Zamora. You are clutching, bro.
Like a threat, you mean?
Bro, you are clutching. You're clutching.
Hey, I'll say one thing. I can't remember who it is. It might have been Vassell. That Vassell cow one. Is it
Michael Darius.
Yeah, but Vassell hit me bad still. That's why I used to get called in school.
Cow was down bad with that one.
Back then, I had short hair and absolutely zero facial hair. I'm clutching it at the moment, but I had zero. Skin was smooth like fresh concrete.
Yeah, no.
I don't actually remember Darius doing anything except miss a penalty for England.
Oh, that's harsh still.
Oh,
No way have I just seen what I see. I block that person now, Monts. Block that person now. No way is that for real. No, block him, Monts.
Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen.
No way do I look like Fred. Not in a million years. I look more like the striker Fred than the current Fred. No way can I have Fred. It's terrible.
But listen. All jokes aside, before we just get carried away and just banner for this whole stream, let's actually get to some Liverpool content. But first, again, there's 11 people in the stream, so please smash a like if you are passing by. If you want to, watch this back, obviously drop a subscribe. Also, make sure you subscribe to Kopish. They are flying to the moon, like literally to the moon, and they're gonna go conquer the galaxy very soon. So watch out for that. So we're gonna start with a very interesting point that I hold quite closely. So Ryan hit it spot on here. He said, we need Firmino back. Jota has been useless up front. Now, first of all, I'm just going to say I wouldn't go that far, but part of me is becoming a little bit fed up with Jota's link-up play. And when I say fed up, it's just, it does frustrate me a little bit in terms of transition and timing of the pass. And I feel like it influences Mane and Salah's decisions on the ball. I feel like sometimes, when you have someone behind you and you're going to get the ball too early or too late, so it means that you're going to have to change the way you maybe make your run, or maybe you're going to receive the ball, And I'm not saying Jota's got Yaya Sanogo's link up. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I feel like that's quite random, innit? I feel like, I just feel like Jota's first instinct is to shoot. That's what it is. His first instinct isn't to pass the ball. So therefore, for me, it's three attackers rather than a cohesive front three. So we'll probably start with Matt first. What's your take on the whole Jota versus Firmino thing at the moment?
I think part of the frustration is that Jota is very different to Firmino. Very, very different players. So Firmino is that kind of link-up guy. He's a system. Jota, to me, is one of those players that kind of needs to be at the end of a move because I think he's more of a finisher than a link-up man. But one thing I will say to his credit, though, is the last couple of games I've seen him, he's kind of done a little bit of the false 19, and he's trying to get involved in play a bit more. So to his credit, he's trying to change, and maybe Klopp's trying to adapt the way how he plays. Because when you think about it, when he was at Wolves, he was a secondary striker. He played off the front man, and sometimes he was a centre forward. And I think playing in Liverpool is very different, playing in a different system. So I understand the frustration. He will get better. However, it does make me wonder, though, whether we're being a little bit harsh on him because he's been thrown into that number 9 spot because he's not an actual number 9. He can play there, but he's not an actual 9. He's by trade, he's a wide forward, but just has traits where he can fill in that number 9 spot. We probably won't see the best of Jota, really and truly, until either Jota plays out wide more often or he plays in the centre more often. Because I feel like at the moment he's kind of in between. Because as things stand right now, he's our main striker. But there are times when I think, is he the main striker though? Is he better off the bench? Is he better out wide? He hasn't really found his spot, so to speak. He's still trying to get used to that. And I think that's where the frustration lies for us, man, because we're so used to Firmino just being more times than not the system and being all worldly. And I think Jota's completely different. However, give him time and I think it will prove his class.
No, well said, man. I agree. Drift, what's your take on the whole situation?
I think Jota's been forced to play kind of. I would say Jota's an instinctive player, and I think now we play him down the middle. He's kind of being forced to do more than he normally would. Say he's overthinking a lot of stuff. I think if you remember when he came in and the expectations were low, he was actually just playing naturally and letting things come to him. And I think now he kind of is starting to slightly overthink things a little bit now. But maybe he's feeling the pressure a little bit that like now we see him as our only real goal scorer apart from Salah. So he's kind of feeling the pressure of that. And he is effectively a left forward. we've just realised he's got the best finishing out of the front, so we just play him down the middle. Or he's got better finishing than Firmino, should I say, so we play him down the middle. Really and truthfully, as great as Jota is, and everybody knows that I was well happy when we signed Jota, and I do love him. I think he is a great player. He should still technically be a squad player that's just massively effective. And when we rotate, there's no worry about the level dropping because he's of a certain standard. And we've almost been forced to bring him in to be a first teamer because of other circumstances. Really and truthfully, Firmino should be playing in midfield now and being the backup striker if needed. And we should have a hitman. And Jota should now just be covering the flanks whenever we need to rest Mane or Mo. So I feel a bit sorry for him in a little way, because his own success has now brought pressure on him that's now making people expect more. Like, if you think about it, when Jota came in, I was probably one of the only people who was really excited about the signing. And I think everyone would have said, right, if Jota scores 10 goals in the league and gets a couple in the cup games, that'll be a great contribution for me. And I think he's already proved he's capable of more than that. So now everybody's like, that's not good enough. And I reckon now at the end of the season, if he hasn't got like 15, 20 goals, everyone's going to go, well, Jota didn't do his job. And it'll be like, ain't that a bit unfair? Do you get what I mean? So I think people are just a little bit frustrated at the fact that we don't have a hitman. And now instead of Firmino, he's the one who's kind of taking the licks of it. Because it used to be Firmino. I hold my hands up. Even I used to be annoyed that he'd come out of games and he'd miss easy chances and whatnot. And now I feel like Jota's becoming the next one that's easy to just have a go at now. Because now he's playing centre forward. He ain't getting goals every week. And now he's the one getting shouted at. So I just feel a bit sorry for whoever plays up front. You lot know already, I have to mention him whenever I can. It's the same reason why I think it's unfair on Origi. Because he very rarely plays down the middle. And then if he gets one opportunity down the middle and he don't score, then he gets the same abuse that Firmino and Jota are getting if they don't score. It's like, we're just so frustrated that Salah is the only one who really scores the goals. I know Mane does score his goals, but Salah's our only real goal scorer. And then I think whoever's playing up front, if they don't score, everybody just piles on them and doesn't really look at the big picture.
Yeah. No, it's true. And especially on that Origi statement as well. Like, even though Origi, I still think is one of the more elite finishers at our club. I said a lot of people still disagree. That's one thing I'm definitely on you with in terms of, I'm with you with that one. But
sorry, elite.
No, not elite. Elite's a stretch, but like with game
he's
time,
the best finisher at the club naturally, though.
Who?
Origi's our best natural finisher.
I mean, listen.
Hate all you listen. Hate on the statement all you want, people. It's just facts.
I think, do you know what it is? I think in terms of finishing ability, I think Salah has the widest range of finishing at the club. So I think he's capable of the most different types of finishes. I think Origi, with game time, can be our most clinical finisher. So with the least amount of chances, I feel like Origi will probably score the most goals. But I feel like Jota is probably the best finisher right now in the team. I'd say he's the best.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that statement. I mean, I don't want to go too far, but if you think about all the players in our team, and you know I love every single one of our players, I feel like Firmino might be the only one that would have had the technique to score that Origi fourth goal against Barcelona. That was a very difficult finish under that level of pressure so quickly. And I feel like Firmino's probably the only player in our team that would have had the technique to control that shot the way Origi did. It takes a different type of striker to score those type of goals. It weren't easy, you know. And you got to be a certain level of finisher to do that. But again, I'm not going to start over talking about him. But
no, I hear it. I think with some of people would say Firmino is not a great finisher, but it's not. That's a misconception, people. That is a misconception. Firmino is not a bad finisher. He's just, his first instinct is just not to shoot. Firmino, you see when it comes to his rebounds, man will dink it over the keeper when it comes to these finishes that you see Salah Mane miss 2-3 a game. Bobby puts those away with composure. Like composure, lads. That's how Bobby be putting some of these chances away. However, he's just not always in the position to do it. Yeah, he has missed his sitters at times, but I think in terms of technique, like you said, when the ball's getting fizzed at you and you have to sort of just maybe just redirect it rather than swing your foot through it. I think Firmino's one of the guys for that. And even though I said Jota's probably the best finisher in the team at the moment, the last 4 to 5 games, if Jota's not putting goals in the back of the net, for me, he's not doing enough on the pitch in his all-round game. That's the way I've been seeing it.
I hear that.
I mean, Carl, what's your take on that? Because obviously we glossed over that.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Jota. I kind of agree with Drift in the sense of he's a victim of his own success. Like, he, in my opinion, was brought in to compete with Mane, and he's not being allowed to compete with Mane because he's having to play a role that is not natural to him, nor should he have to play the role. Now, again, obviously we're going to speak about Mane before the end of the show, but for me, you should have an option where you either play Mane or Jota, not Jota, Mane, and Salah, and then it's either Jota or Firmino or Jota or Origi, or like there is no competition for Mane or Salah, but Jota was meant to be that. He was meant to be the competition more so for Mane than Salah, but he can still fill in on the right-hand side as well. So for me, that's what my frustration is. I think he's not able to play his natural game because he's having to learn a new role. Therefore, I don't know if we're going to see the best of Jota until maybe we do get that quote-unquote striker. But as things stand right now, I think it depends on the opposition as to who you play. I think if you're playing against a team where you can counter-attack that team, then you play Jota. If you're playing against a team where you need to be a bit more of a probing situation, where you're just trying to find little pockets, find little openings, whether it be through running or through passing, then I think Firmino is the one to play. I don't think there's a natural starter out of the two, whereas if we had a Kane or a Haaland or a Lewandowski, you know who's starting through the middle.
Yeah. Nah, I hear it. The only thing I'll say to that, Kyle, is that the best of Jota will never be as good as Mane in his worst form, in my opinion. And
say that again.
I said the best of Jota, I don't think will be better than Mane in his worst form. And I know that sounds mad to say. Yeah, this is what we're here for, isn't it? I just feel like, you see, even listen, and I said Mane's been playing against us for a number of games, but even when he is playing against us, Matt, please, let me land. Please, let me land. Please, let me land.
Man's calling him Vinicius Jr., part 2, bro. Man's calling him a double agent and that.
Callum's heard me say this a number of times, to be fair. But like Mane, like I still think he's not playing to his full, like nowhere near his best. But like defenders are still petrified of him, and I feel like it's incredibly hard to contain Mane even when he's skying it. And
I don't think they're scared of him anymore.
I do. Mane's fear factor, I don't think has left people. I don't think that's the issue. It's a difficult one, but Mane's the next thing. Mane is the next thing. I'm just saying, the best of Jota, like you said, it's going to be hard for us to see the best of Jota when Mane's there and doing what he's doing. And remember, even though Mane is not playing his best, he's still getting the numbers. What's he on? 4 goals, all comps, 3 in the Prem, or maybe 4 in the Prem. You know what I mean?
That.
Yeah, Mane's on about 4 goals. Mane's doing decent. He's doing decent. He's having a good Premier League start. He's on 4, Salah's on 6. So
he's doing it quietly. Like he's not doing it quietly. Like, let's say, I don't know, Cairo Immobile, who's actually on 8 goal involvements in 6 games, and no one actually knows that, to be fair. But like, he's quietly going about his business. He's definitely still capable of having stinkers. Yeah, but like, it's one of them ones where I don't know, Jota out on the left or Mane on the left, taking Mane 9 times out of 10. Form or no form. What are you guys thinking?
Depends if Mane needs a break, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Up until the last game, I'd have gone Jota on the left and Bobby through the middle.
Jota on the left, but where's that robust pace and directness? Where are we going to get that?
I think Jota's different with it, though.
I hear it.
Different skill sets. I think Mane is very much he'll still try and beat his man. He will now sometimes, he won't be as sort of direct with his running as he used to be. Whereas I think Jota is very direct with his dribbling and his running. Now Jota will run straight into the box, whereas might try and go on the outside, then cut back in. Like he's going straight into the box. Like we saw it in the which game was it? The Norwich game where he got taken out. We've seen it in various games where he'll pick up the ball and he'll just drive towards the box. He won't care who's in front of him. That's just where he's going. Whereas Mane is a bit more calculated with what he's doing. I still think there's elements of Jota's game that's still very raw, which need to be fine-tuned.
100%. Jota's got the age as well.
They're different players because, as you said, like Mane. When I look at Mane, even when Mane's got the ball, one thing I kind of notice when Mane does have the ball, he's got a plan in his head because you might look up, see Salah, you might see Jota, whoever, and you can see what he's trying to do. Whether it happens or not is another thing. But I will say this though: when there's times with Jota, and it's a good and a bad thing, sometimes Jota can get the ball and just run, and he can kind of just go into a blind alley. Like it's like he'll just run with the ball head down, and it's like, where you going, bro? But there are other times when that can happen because he's so direct with his running. As Kyle would say, like he'll just drive into the box. But I think as things stand right now, the way how we are playing, you'd have to say Mane over Jota right now because I think Mane is giving more to the team than Jota because even though Jota started the season well, obviously with the first 2 goals, he's kind of gone a little bit quiet. And I'd say Mane's gone from, I would arguably say Mane's gone from strength to strength. I wouldn't say Mane's like back to his absolute best where he's just like destroying the league. But
hell no.
No. But I'm not going to sleep on Mane though, having a very good season because again, like Salah's on 6 and Mane's on 4. There's only 2 goals between them. I don't know how many assists there are as well. I'm not too sure, but I think Jota, out of all the forwards that we have, is probably the one that's probably in the worst form.
Yeah. We got a question down here saying, Ethan, big up Eves from Big Six Bands, of course, saying how many assists is Jota on? I believe he's on 1.
This whole season so far is on no assists.
Right. How many's Mane on? Mane got what, 2?
Mane's on 0 assists as well.
And Jota's got 2 goals and Mane's got 4 in the league. They said
this is overall. This is all competitions.
Mane's got 4 in the league.
Mane's got 5 in total. Jota's got 3 in total. Firmino's got 3 in total. Salah's got 9 and 3 assists. Our only forward, Salah's our only forward to actually assist. Sorry, Origi's got 2. Sorry, Origi's got 2. Yeah. Henderson's got 1. Fabinho's got 1.
Don't leave that out, Cal. Don't leave that out.
So
Curtis and Salah are our highest assist makers at the moment. We're both with 3 each.
Do you know what? I've all the players you just mentioned.
Doing a madness so far.
But do you want to know something? This is going to be music to Drift's ears. Out of all the players you mentioned, I'm actually surprised with Origi's contributions, considering he's only 1 goal off Jota. And think how many minutes Jota's had. That's why I kind of understand, even though I do laugh at times.
No, he's 2 goals off Jota. He's 1 goal and 2 assists.
Origi's got 1 goal. Sorry.
Yeah. Again, not even to be shady. Please don't take this as me being shady. But
say that again, Carl.
No, you're out of order.
One more time.
I'm not even trying to be shady. I'm not.
Nah, Carl, you're trying to act.
But do your thing, bro.
Yeah, look at me in the face. Look at me in the eyes. Go on.
No, to be real, with Origi, I think what you have to consider is the level of opponent he's been playing as opposed to Jota. He got.
Wait, hold on. What?
No,
why he playing Champions League, Cal?
Hear me out. He got 1 assist in the Champions League, but he got a goal and an assist in the game against Norwich in the League Cup. So I think that's where you have to apply context.
I mean, he got the best assist of the season, but I get where you're coming from.
No, it wasn't the best assist of the season. Salah's was.
Which one?
For Mane.
Different.
No, Drift. Salah burnt, man, and then put it on a plate for Mane. Said, "Oh,
yeah." But no backlift scoop through ball with absolutely no time to think about it in the Champions League game. I mean, it's right up there, bro.
You don't need backlift for a scoop.
No, you kind of do.
No, Drift, you don't, bro. You kind of do. Salah's
A
assist so far this
standing
season.
scoop through ball is actually a lot more difficult than people realize.
No, I
Finish
agree.
When we were 2-1 down.
Yeah,
No,
under
said that.
pressure.
You're right, but
First
again,
game in God knows how long.
Again, but Salah was playing against Manchester City, the champions.
No,
And
Salah's assist was naughty. The thing is, I actually think Salah's all-round play was better than the actual pass for the assist. Like, I think the way he built up the ability to make the pass was the better bit of the move, if that makes sense.
But that's what makes the assist, though, bro. The fact that he just took bare man out and then put it on a plate for man and said, "Oh, that."
Jota and Origi, by the way. Let's not do that, but let's not veer away from the point, Mr. Sanderson. We're talking about Jota and Origi. And
you're
Origi
right.
had 2 left assists, and he's played about 5 minutes.
What I will ask you though, do we think there would have been a different outcome if Origi had played? And that's not even me shading, that's me genuinely asking, would there have been a different outcome? Because I don't know if they would have, because of how we set up.
In a different outcome in what game, so, bro?
Yeah, what game?
In the games where Jota's played in the Premier League, for example.
Do you know what? You know what it is? Potentially, and here's why. They're completely different players, you know. So you see Origi, even though Origi is very good at playing with his back to goal, in my opinion. He can hold up the ball better than Jota. So when the ball goes into the air, if you ask someone to just pin down the defender, I think Origi could probably trap it and then lay it off and maybe make a run. However, I feel like Jota's movement off the ball is better. However, again, I will say this. Divock Origi's physical presence can unsettle a lot of defenders. So they are very, very different players. Bro, there's certain games when I see Jota and he's not really doing anything. And to his credit, he'll score a goal. I kind of feel like Divock Origi could kind of do the same thing, but maybe be a little more involved. It's just that we don't see it. And that's not me even trying to like back Origi, so to speak, but it just would be interesting to see the amount of minutes.
Just back him for once. Go on.
All right. Let me say this. If you flip,
I disagree with the physical side of things, by the way, but I'll explain why.
All right, because in my opinion, I think Origi physically is way more imposing than Jota. I'm just gonna put that out there now, and we've seen it over the years. We have, in my opinion, and not only that, if you flip it around, Divock Origi playing with more minutes, and not only that, playing through the center with a Salah and Mane, could he score more goals than what Jota's done? I think that's an argument. I'm not saying it's definitive, but I think there's an argument.
Nail on the head there. Nail on the head.
That's an argument.
Sorry, Cal, just before you go, that's the part for me that I think is always very disingenuous to the conversation whenever people talk about Origi in any way, shape, or form. Origi very, very rarely gets to play with the real team. And I feel like when you look at how many minutes he's played, how many goals and assists he has for those minutes, and then you think about a lot of the time who he's playing with, that right there is what impresses me about Origi more than anything. Jota gets to play with the big boys. Every time Jota plays, Salah, Thiago, Mane, all them man there on the pitch. Every time Origi plays, he's playing with Jones and young players and youth players and Shaqiri and Minamino and all that lot. And again, I'm not shading those players, but I'm just saying, what happens if Origi gets to play up front every week with Mane and Salah? Every week he knows he's going to play with the big boys and he's going to get the type of service that comes along with playing with the big boys. I think he's proved that he's more than capable. And that's why I back Origi more than anything. Because I just feel like it's very unfair that when he does get his chance, he's basically playing with a B team. And then if you don't do well, everybody shouts at him. And it's like, well, he keeps playing with a B team. Like, if you go and look at any time he plays with an A team, Everton, when he scored the brace, Barcelona, when he scored the brace. Anytime he's with the A team, he scores and he does well. You're playing with a B team, of course there's a possibility he might not do well. There's other players who aren't even in sync themselves. Shaqiri, Minamino, these men don't get no minutes. It's like everyone's trying to find their feet at the same time. Do you get what I mean? Like, I think it's a bit unfair.
Sorry, I got to address this comment. No. Like, when does it go past man just has to have talent for everyone to be like, yeah, he's sick? Like, I need to see it.
A man says that header merchant, you know? Wow.
Yeah, Bruv, Martial's not a merchant of anything.
Man, them don't even bite. We'll just move on.
But he's a screw face merchant. That's what Martial is. A screw face merchant.
Man just sitting there vexed every day.
Big
Every
up
day.
Abdi though. Bring up.
No, Tal, it's more like this.
Yeah.
He's always got that like.
Yeah, it's like a snarking kind of thing. Like.
You know when
I rate Martial though. I rate Martial. So.
Yeah, you
Not
rate
on
his
Jota's
talent,
level.
but he's not on Jota's level though, you know. You might think
In
he's
terms of output, he's not. No,
He's
but I
not
think
doing
talent-wise,
nothing in a
he's
club
as
team.
good
no,
as
but
Jota.
but here's the thing. Let's not get sucked into because yes, he might have more
Bear man have got
so
talent,
to
though.
speak natural ability, but bro, when you put it all down, yeah, Jota's actually the better player. Because even if we want to just separate
Easily.
mentality as well, bro, Jota's
Yeah,
dry.
look, I'm not going to argue that. Martial needs a better manager.
Bruv, he's had bare managers, bro.
He's gone for a lot, fam. He's gone for
but none of those
managers
managers utilized him well, man. Come on.
Yeah, Martial just needs to go back to France and bag like 30 and then get another move or something. That's what he needs to do.
You know, Martial got some like 18 goals in the league the season before last. It's not like he's just a donkey, you know.
Bro, he had one. He's had one good season. One.
Yeah, but think about how many players have underperformed in the Man U team, and people always give them a blind like your Pogba's and that. Why doesn't anyone ever give Martial the same blind?
Because he's
Martial's
not
been
been
there
as good as
since
them, man.
2015.
Yeah, but he's played in just as many
years,
poor
bro.
systems.
Bro, we're in 2021.
6 years, Drift.
So if we were going to get Martial for like 15 mil in January, you lot were saying no.
No.
I would say.
Would you really, Cal?
Yes,
No.
bruv. What's he in a Klopp system, bruv?
But I think Klopp would actually utilize Martial
For what?
for his talent.
He can't play on the wing, though. I will say that he can't.
Not for us, he
play
can't,
on the
and he
wing.
can't.
I
play
think
for the
he's
middle.
better. I think he's better on the wing than he is down the middle.
Yeah,
He
but
can't
he
play
can't.
on our
He
wing.
can't play on our
We say
wing.
left. When Martial Drifty, I'm with you. When Martial does the close dribble, cutting in from the left, you can't touch him. You know?
I knew it was coming a close.
Nah.
But what about the rest of the game?
But in a Liverpool shirt, you'll be getting
These
that
men are
close dribble
falling in
every
love with
time.
ball retention, you know.
Bruv,
These men are
we
falling in love
play
with
against
ball
low block
retention.
every single week, bruv.
Bruv, I hear you in a Martial thing. He's got, listen,
The
he's got
dribbling
very
ain't
good
got. There's no space for that.
I hear that. No, he's a dribble. No, one thing I'll say about Martial, yeah, his technical ability is actually serious. It's serious. But here's the thing, though. Just because you've got amazing technical ability, let me ask you this: his footballing IQ, is it the greatest? Because I'll say this from now. How many times do you see Martial try and beat 3 man and nails an easy pass? How many times do you see Martial take a shot and he does the whole?
I agree with that.
He does the whole like.
I agree. His decision making is quite poor. I agree with that.
Yeah, Matt, you got the Martial screw face down still.
Did you see that time when De Gea made a mistake and he went? Sake, bro. You know, he's just cussing. It's like, bro, like your own team.
When Adrian booted the ball up, when Gomez had that,
Gomez was like this. Gomez was like, what? Like, fam, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, Gomez went South London on him straight, boy.
Yeah. Gomez like,
what are you doing, fam? He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing, fam? I'm knackered, like.
Tired.
But, let me go through some of the comments because I'm actually missing
tired that game.
So big up Chris. Goes when Mane goes bold, his ultimate form will be unleashed.
Fact.
Watch him. Yeah. Skinhead Mane is not ready for that. They're not ready for skinhead Mane. Callum's right. His fear factor is gone compared to Salah.
Talking about Mane there, I think.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's rubbish, by the way. I just think the fear factor's gone though.
Hear it. Big up Ravi. I think Mane is coming back to form, definitely improving. I'd agree. Like game by game.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Back. I actually also think we'll get onto Mane in a second. Mane has work rate. Jota will score and have a quiet game. Yeah, not really into the score and have a quiet game thing. I don't know about you, man.
Jota's got work rate as well, though.
He does.
He does. No, he does. But I think being involved. I'll just say his involvement in a game, he can sometimes be a little bit wanting. Where, you know, like sometimes when we're watching the game, when we're like, bro, we haven't really seen Jota do that much kind of thing for a little bit. He kind of goes missing. But then if he scores a goal, it's kind of, we want perfection in it. We want a striker that gets involved in every move and we want him to bang goals.
We just want Haaland, man.
We ain't asking for much.
Hey, don't say that the numbers will go up. Don't say that the numbers will go up. They start
No, you know what,
biased.
Cal? I think we've got to be a bit more realistic than that. And I think that we know we're not going to do the whole dumb Haaland thing. But I was talking with Matt about this the other day. We really and truthfully should be going hard in the paint for Benzema in the summer.
What?
It looks like Real Madrid are going to be doing their whole thing where they bring in Mbappe and a couple other man, whatever. Is Benzema going to want to do that whole second fiddle thing again and have to do other things to accommodate other players?
Benzi is retiring at Madrid, bro.
No.
And I'll be real with you.
Hear this. Go on.
Klopp ain't gonna want Benzema's character.
All right, hear us out. Then this is just from a footballing perspective. If let's just say, for argument's sake, because we kind of know it's not going to happen, but let's just say it does. Benzema becomes available on a free, yeah, because I think he's got 1 year left. Me and Jeff were talking about, he's got 1 year left, yeah. A player of his quality, strictly his quality, would you accept him at Liverpool?
Yeah,
it's a straight yes or no. That's what we were saying. Now, we're not saying it's going to happen. We're not saying that, because I said to Drift as well, like, it'll be hard to get him because the president loves Benzema. But let's just say, for argument's sake, they get Mbappe and maybe they get some other players, and Benzema kind of falls.
Remember, Cal himself said that he thinks that Haaland will be the one that they get, right?
Yeah.
If they get Mbappe, Pogba for free, and then they get Haaland because they've got money because they got those two for free, where does Benzema fit in then?
Rotation.
Where does it fit?
Rotation, bro. No.
Benzema's not gonna hold bench, bro. Come on.
Hold on. What you mean, like Michael Owen and Morientes didn't hold bench for Raul and Ronaldo, no?
No. But because Benzema's always had to play second fiddle, I think that would annoy him more than normal. If of a sudden now he's on the bench because Haaland comes in.
He played second fiddle to one of the greatest players. Sometimes you just got to take it on the chin, bro.
But I think that's the only reason why he did it. Because it was Ronaldo. And I think he's proved since Ronaldo left, he shouldn't have had to play second fiddle.
No, but you naturally have to play second fiddle sometimes to someone who's better than you.
We understand that. But at the same time, it's like this. So
is Haaland even better than Benzema?
Yes, Drifty.
Is he really though?
All right. So let's answer this properly then. Are we talking about as an overall footballer or as a striker?
I'm talking about just what he will bring to the team in every aspect of what he does.
Real Madrid and Haaland. I think Haaland goes to any team with any decent set of players and he absolutely bangs.
Fair enough. But hasn't Benzema got 20 plus goals for the last 7 years or something like that?
Can I just interject before you come back? Benzema has 16 goal involvements in 8 games.
For this season. No, that's great. All right, and I'm going to ask you, apart from Atletico Madrid, name it. And again,
going to do that, you know.
No, but I have to. Apart
who's
from
Haaland playing every week other than Bayern?
Hoffenheim and them, man.
All right, so we really going to sit here and say the Spanish league? Name me players outside of Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, then, guys.
No, but answer this.
No. Don't answer mine with a question. Name it. You're stuck. Not at all, bro. Because I can name.
Don't come with Leipzig. Don't come with Leipzig because their manager, their manager, all them man got taken.
I'll be real with you, bro. Leipzig probably smashed Barcelona right now. Hold on. Did Benfica not just smash Barcelona?
That's true. That is true.
All right then.
All right. So,
Cal, you would honestly say right now, Haaland is a better striker than Benzema?
I would, yeah.
Wow. I'm quite surprised at that still.
Yeah, do you know what? Haaland is a better Haaland's a better natural goal scorer. It's natural. Like as we now we kind of break it down.
But is he really though, Matt? For real?
Wait, see Benzema though. I'm gonna be real though. Benzema's been doing clutch for days, even in Champions League when Haaland was in his nappy. So we can't even. It's hard to compare. It's hard to compare. Let's not compare.
Some very, very bad seasons as well, though.
Not, bro. Of course, but again, as you said, when you play second fiddle, it is hard. I will say this though. As things stand right now, you can tell Haaland's trajectory is on a Mazza, and he'll probably surpass nearly most strikers that we've seen. There's no debate about that. But you see how things stand right now, it's kind of interesting because if we say for Liverpool, it is tough because Benzema is probably what Klopp would actually probably look for more, you know, because he's Benzema. Yeah. Sorry, he's Firmino, but I know I can't like this, but he's Firmino probably on crack because he's banging goals left, right, and centre. Whereas Haaland is just like, I'm gonna get you goals. Even though I know Haaland can bring people into play, I do wonder though whether Haaland can get the amount of assists that Benzema could in that same system. So I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. I'll be honest, it's tough, and that's when I say, Carl, I rate Haaland highly. But if we take out Bayern, I think was we speaking about the other day? I can't remember. It might have been Drift, but if you take out that Bayern, he ain't really doing nothing. He's playing against some any guys.
Right,
some of them.
But I just said if you take out Atletico Madrid, who were they playing against?
Still got your Sevilla. You got Sevilla. They're decent.
They're just good though, innit? Like
Sevilla is decent. They got Papu Gomez, fam.
Come on, man.
We're talking about Villarreal.
Villarreal.
Oh, what? Because they roughed up Man United, bro. So did flipping Aston Villa.
No, you know, other than Bayern, and you put in Leipzig. To be fair, I'll give you Leipzig because I like Leipzig, some of their players, yeah. But other than them two teams, where you going?
Much and Gladbach are good.
Well,
as
you
well,
can't even
so-
say Leipzig.
You can't even name their starting 11. Don't do that.
What?
Who's
Zakaria,
starting?
Newhouse,
Who's
and them, man. Nah.
You can name their starting 11.
say-
Lilian
you
Thuram's
Gladbach.
little one. Huh?
He didn't just say Gladbach.
He's named 3 players. I said starting 11. I know you're slick with it, though.
Obvious. All right, name me Sevilla's
Gladbach.
starting 11 then.
But I'm not asking you that.
No, but
You're not asking me. That's not the question.
Man,
You see that one, I asked you though.
No, but I'm not
Hey,
saying
but-
I can name their starting 11, but no one can name me Sevilla's starting 11.
You know
or
what? You know what?
Villarreal.
You know what? Yeah, go on.
Brother, order. Let me just get through a few of these comments because they're flying in it, and I don't want to let them.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna give it a good go because I know a few of them players, bro. But I don't know about starting 11, bro.
First of all, let me just say as well, we had about just under 20 people. We had 19 people in the chat as well. We've got 15 at the moment, another all-time high. So big up to everyone in the chat.
people, man.
Everyone smash that like button, man.
Trust me.
Yeah, man. Smash the like, especially if you haven't subscribed already. Please subscribe. The road to 500. Hold on, let me do something. Let me do something.
Here we go.
Road to 500 subs, people. 500 subs. Listen, that will mean
Get
the
it
world.
done, people,
So,
man.
Trust me.
listen, I think we're on 4-6 something. So it's
Come on,
not
let's
it's
get
not a
over the
straight.
I want to get that to 500 by tonight, people. Come on, man.
Yeah, let's get over
Tonight?
there.
I
Yes.
mean,
tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Trust me.
Yeah, man, let's make it happen. But
Oh, is that Rams in the building, by the way?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
Rams. Yeah, that's Rams. That's
I'm not
Rams.
gonna lie.
Yeah. Big up yourself, Ram. Rams knows about the Bundesliga because Lewandowski's why I'm going after Benzema still.
Yeah, no, that's what I was to say. But this was just an interesting one that I really liked. This question. We won't. I'll tell you, we won't go around the answer in detail. But someone's thoughts on Grizz saying Tierney's an overall better footballer than Robbo. I think the Simicast effect is really affecting people's brains right now. Listen, Grizz, I love you to bits.
Robbo's still the best.
But Robbo's still the best. And Tierney, I think the grace of dribbling sometimes tricks people into thinking people are technically better because they have a slightly neater style of dribbling. Do you know what I'm
Tony
saying?
Martial, anybody? But yeah, we move.
When I found out that Grizz's son is an Arsenal fan, I just realized that Grizz is just doing upgrade daddy duty. That's it. Every dad's got to give his son a little shine in it. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I'd be a very bad dad then. I'd be a very.
You have to keep it. Yeah,
I'd be a very bad dad.
But large up Grizz though, he has been showing his support to the channel very often.
Big up Grizz.
No, big up Grizz, man. Love with each and every time.
Every time. We also got Jota must replace Mane on the left. Then Jota is a goal scorer, and with the sitters he's been missing. Listen, we won't talk about those. Ethan says Klopp must have have an agenda with Origi. I wouldn't say that. I mean, that's a stretch.
Hold on, is that Drift? Are you typing under the camera, bro? man just toe typing, bro. Man just got a big keyboard underneath his foot, just toe typing.
Did I say toe typing?
That's the toe typing. Oh, God.
The pinky toe just going wild at the moment.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even want to dig someone out, but you see, someone said in the chat, yeah, unpopular opinion.
It's very unpopular.
Haaland
Very
is
unpopular.
the UR9.
No, not even.
Bro.
Who said
That's-
that?
Big up to whoever said that because I rate you still.
Big up Andre.
Because
Andre's a
enough
regular
love,
on ours
bro.
as
And
well.
I'm sorry I had to say your name, bro. But
You can't,
brother,
Andre. You can't do them
you
things
can't
there,
say
man.
them things there. You don't R9. Do you know who he is?
You can't.
There
do
will
them
never
things.
be another R9, and that's a
For
fact.
real. For real.
Oh,
That is a fact.
New R9.
Bro,
But you
they
know
don't
what?
even move the same.
Do you know what
talking
R9
like-
had already
Yeah.
done by the time he was Haaland's age?
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah. Literally, I was about to say that
Bro.
R9 had no kneecaps left.
2021,
I mean-
yeah. Haaland could have another 10 software updates, yeah, to take him up to 2031 and will still never move like R9.
Yeah.
And R9 had no knees by the time he finished the Inter. Can't even front.
No. Let's just. But what's Haaland? 20 coming up 21, right?
Sorry, like that.
And
something like that. Yeah, I think so.
And he's got some.
By the time
disgusting-
R9 was 21, he was the actual hope of the entire Brazil going into the 1998 World Cup.
And not
He'd
only
already
that,
been to a World Cup at 16 years old, had a medal, even though he didn't play, he still got a medal. And the bits he had done at Barcelona and PSV were disgusting.
Jeff,
By the
what was
time he was 21.
Can you remember his goal record? Sorry, just quickly. Can you remember his goal record at Barca? What was it? What was? Can you remember the record?
I think he had 44 goals in 42 games, I think.
Bro,
It was.
tell them again. And as much as I rate Haaland, and listen, Haaland is sick, people. He's sick. But Ronaldo was doing that in a team, in a Barcelona team, and arguably had higher competition in that to what Haaland's in now.
Yeah,
So-
and back them days, Barcelona weren't as good as they are now, or they've been in the last
47.
decade.
Someone in the chat said 47 and 49. My
Was it
goodness.
40? Well, whatever it was fucking
I don't
dumb
even know.
anyway.
It's just crazy.
I know. Listen, R9 is clear of Haaland, isn't it? But let me just say now, Haaland's numbers are surpassing R9's team. Haaland's got more like Champions League goals than games. Like this brother.
No,
like,
he
Haaland's
will,
numbers
'cause he'll
are
play
damn
for longer.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, Haaland's
He'll
numbers are-
break his goal scoring amount by the end. I agree with that, but let's see if he
Yeah.
does all the bits and you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I don't want to play
I-
down. There's just no one on R9's level in it. There's no
So,
one.
but I just want to go back to that to the whole Benzema and Haaland thing, because people in the chat are saying Lewandowski. They're saying why Benzema when you can get Lewandowski, or why Haaland when you can get Lewandowski. What? and he said he
I
wanted
think
to be challenged.
I think
Great
Lewandowski would be spectacular,
World
but
class.
I for some reason I feel like it'll be harder to obtain Lewandowski because the only way that will happen is if Haaland goes to Bayern Munich. If Bayern Munich don't get Haaland, they don't sell Lewandowski.
And
I'd
I also
rather
think
Haaland go
what I like
to
about
Bayern Munich.
Benzema, he's selfless. I don't know if I think for Klopp to have his front man, he needs to be selfless or have it. And obviously, Klopp has already managed that one. First of all,
Klopp
and
made
I think
Lewandowski.
You did.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. And then also, I think with Benzema happily sacrificed himself for a long time for Ronaldo.
Time,
A long time. You know, and look how many strikers bust out because they weren't trying to do that. Same with Barca. Look how many men come in because they weren't trying to do that for Messi. They weren't trying to do that. So, you know, we know the names. We don't have to go into it, but we know the names of how many men have come in and just like, nah, not me. I'll stay for my season, win my trophies and not S. Do you know what I mean?
100%, bro. Like Benzema sacrificed himself a lot. And if I remember when Ronaldo left here, I think it was like the 17-18 season. I'm looking at Benzema's stats now, yeah. 18-19, 30 goals. What was it? 19-20, 27 goals. 20.
I've got signed for
21,
that month. I've got signed.
20, 21, 30 goals, and right now he's got 10 in 10. Benzema right now is going on a madness, and he's showing people what some people might saw, some people maybe didn't see. I always knew he was talented. I just didn't know that he had it in him to kind of get to them 30s on a consistent level. And you have to give man credit for that because he for me is serious. For me, Benzema's serious.
And you know what? I watched him the other day in the France versus Spain game, and I actually feel like man's like a fine wine. He's actually getting quicker and better with age. It's actually quite remarkable. How I'm not gonna lie, Benzema is
Benzema's serious, bro. Benzema's serious.
Very robust as well.
He's doing, I think, what Suarez was doing when Suarez hit that 32 to 30. Like, you know, we know he was 31 to 33, and he was just still bagging. But I feel like even Benzema now, I think, is he 34 now? Is Benzema 34?
33, I think now. 33.
He's 33. He'll be 34 at the start of next season. I think.
He's 34 in December.
Okay, December. And he's still rapid. Like I see him still blowing people out, and I'm like, Rob Benzema's still holding that pace like Jamie Vardy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So was it Abdi who made that comment about has Jota ever had a season like Martial did in 15-16? Yeah. Has Michael Owen ever had a Premier League season like James Beattie in 02-03? I think it was, because Beattie got 23 goals that season. So we
did you just say James Beattie?
Yeah, for Southampton.
Yeah. James Beattie got 23 goals in the league. If I'm not mistaken, Michael Owen's
my brain almost crashed there,
Cal.
If I'm not mistaken, Michael Owen's never lost 20 goals for Liverpool in the Premier League.
Tag me in, please. Let me show you. Tag me in, please. Okay, cool. Let me give that person and all respect, by the way. I'll say this as well. Has Michael Owen ever scored as many goals as Phillips from Sunderland? If I'm not mistaken, how many goals did he get, Cal? How many goals did he get? Sorry, was it? How many goals?
I think the most Owen got in the Premier League was 19. I need the hot tag, man. I need the hot tag.
Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
So based on that logic, I'm
going
to ask, is Kevin Phillips and James Beattie better than Michael Owen? And I'm pretty sure Thierry Henry never got 23 goals in the Premier League in one season either.
Let me type in Kevin Phillips down. I'm going to tell you how many goals he scored. Michael Owen scored.
So I'm just asking that question. Is James Beattie, based on that logic, better than Thierry Henry and Michael Owen? I think we all know the answer to that question.
I think we do, Cal, because you know something. In 1999 to 2000, Kevin Phillips scored 30 goals. Cal,
in Prem,
30 goals in the Prem. Okay.
What?
We move.
Mad, you know.
All right.
Kevin Phillips is actually an underrated striker, though.
He is, but you'd never ever say he's on the level of a Michael Owen or Henry or them, man, would you?
But that's why when people talk about having a great season, you got to put some context into it, man. You know what I mean? Like Papa Cisse.
That Kevin Phillips and Niall Quinn link up was a mazza still.
It was.
Bro, remember when Papa Cisse, everyone thought he was the guy. And there was another guy as well. It might have been Demba Ba. Remember when they come to Newcastle and they were kind of bagging it up for like six to 9 months.
You know who Papa Cisse was? Papa Cisse was like, who let the dogs out? Like one hit wonder on a different level, bro.
The goals he was scoring was mad. But anyway,
6 months, man came in here. Man looked like he was Jay-Z, Michael Jordan, and Muhammad Ali all wrapped into one, bro.
It was levels.
How much did Michu get in this? How much did Michu get in this?
Michu must have got about,
as well.
Off the top of my head, I'm going to say he got about 19. I'll check now. Off the top of my head.
I know Michu had a bad boy season in Swansea.
But we know what happened to me. We know what happened to him, though.
That one.
That celebration was jokes still.
I feel like only man with the long streaky hair could do that celebration. I wouldn't feel right doing that. You need long streak. You need the long streak.
Yeah, you need to have some curls still.
literally. Unpopular opinion: Prime J Spearing over KR. That's C1.
You forgot about that President's thing, yeah.
Look, follow with that comment. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Michu got 8. Not, bro. I was one off. Michu got 18 in the Prem. 18.
Yeah.
I agree with Chris. Statistics has got man at home on their laptop acting like they know ball, and it does wind me up a bit still.
Do you know what I'm going to say, Drift? Statistics are only valuable when they're contextualized, and the eye test is subjective. You cannot have one without the other. They have to coincide.
One more time, please, Callum. One more.
Yeah, I'm not even going to lie. I like that, bro. That needs to go on a t-shirt. Say that again, bro.
Yeah, one more time.
So, statistics have to be contextualized, and eye test is subjective. The two have to be used in tandem. They have to be. Like, you can't just say one in.
Yes,
like
sir.
I had Monts. Was it the other day? We were both on a Twitter Spaces, isn't it? On Rebecca's Twitter Spaces, Rebecca Arnold.
Yeah.
And people jumping in and say, yeah, Hazard's better than Salah based on the eye test. Well, I'm sorry, everyone's eye test is subjective. Because what I might find attractive in dribbling, someone else gonna find different attractive in dribbling. Like someone might like Messi style of dribbling, whereas someone else might like, I don't know, Martial style of dribbling. Very different styles.
Saying Harvey Elliott has a nicer style of dribbling than Salah does. Like, people need to understand this. A style of dribbling doesn't
make
dictate
you a better dribbler.
It's true.
This is what I'm saying.
It's so frustrating.
You're right.
When people try and say to me, Salah's not technically gifted because they don't see him dropping his shoulder and doing flicks like Neymar, or they don't see him busting mad step overs.
He doesn't have to.
Huh? What?
It's true.
You don't have to be graceful to sit a man on his ass. Drop over shoulder and a step over. There's no difference between the two if the man's being left behind. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, again,
no, it's real.
Like you said, Cal. Obviously, me personally, I'm a technician. I love technical aspects of football. But you need to understand that
it's gotta be.
You can't, like, because something has swaz on the pass and maybe someone just hits it straight, hits the ball more directly. You know, style doesn't correlate with talent, or style doesn't. No, there's one of the above or the above. It's literally contextual, as you said. You couldn't have said it any better, bro. But
put it this way, Harry Kane. When you look at his goals, none of his goals look pretty. But name me.
No, some of them do. Some of them. I get your point.
Not a lot of them, though, bro. A lot of them looks like he's just smashing it or he's just hitting it. But, bro, name me 5 better finishers in world football than Harry Kane, and I'll sit here and laugh in your face, bro. Because you can't.
It's true. No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So this eye test thing, it's subjective, but you can't just use it by itself. Like, to tell me Hazard is better than Salah based on the eye test. Okay, what has he done over his whole spell in England? How did it compare to Salah's whole spell?
They just
look at the output.
People
I
say
think that's where the context has to come into it, because effectiveness is also one of the other key parts, Cal. You know, when you were saying like it's contextual. So you've got the stats, you've got the eye test, but now I think you've also got effectiveness that has to also go in to add to it to that double, make it a trio, because you've got someone like Raheem Sterling, who I don't think is great technically, but he is ridiculously effective. And in games, he will always have some form of influence over the result. But if you want to talk about technically, you can't talk to someone like Hazard in any way, shape, or form.
No,
do you get what I mean? So I think there's loads of layers that go into
that doesn't make Hazard a better player. And I'm not even talking about the Sterling. Yeah. So again, even on the spaces I used the example of Ben Arthur, because everyone was saying, Hazard and Salah, no one could talk to Hazard when it comes to technique. I said, how many people can talk to Ben Arthur's talent?
Not many.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going to sit here? Are we going to sit here and act like Ben Arthur had a fantastic career? Because he didn't. But when it comes to talent, serious as anything.
Yeah, that's I've also been Drifty. I just wanted to quickly slightly disagree with you on the Sterling thing, where you said you don't think Sterling's technical. Sterling is incredibly technical. I feel like his football IQ isn't there for me.
I disagree,
it's
bro.
Football IQ, because just remember, Sterling plays for Man City and he is surrounded by crazy ballers. So Sterling is always on a wavelength with these men. So his technical ability has to be of a certain standard to be playing under Pep.
See, I think it's the other way around. I think his IQ is high, but I don't think his technical ability is high.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, bro. I think Sterling is quite a basic footballer, but he's just very intelligent.
No, but even when he was younger at his Liverpool days, like, I think like there was there's one outside of the foot pass I remember as well. I know you man remember that.
Daniel Sturridge, Swansea, where he beat them 4-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's got a bit of techers in there. Don't get it twisted. But I wouldn't call Raheem Sterling a technical footballer. Like, if you're just talking about a technical competition between Hazard and Sterling, Hazard smokes Sterling.
No. I'm not talking. He's not in the realms of Hazard. He's not in them realms, not in them leagues. But Sterling is, again, like, we got to remember that the level that these men are playing at for so long, we can't let because we're so used to these men doing what they do, just forget about how techy these men are. And I feel like a lot of our rival fans are guilty of accusing Mo Salah for not being technical enough because he gets so many goals and he excels in different areas. When really Salah's so technical, it's like, again, if there's a bad smell, if you're in the room for an hour, you can't smell it anymore because you just get. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't smell it. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, when someone farts, you'll probably end up with a punch up because the smell don't go away. The fart don't go away. The particles are still in the air, big man. It's just that our nostrils get used to it. That's why it goes away after a certain time. It's science. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I always say, yeah? I always say, if you want to have a conversation about how great a footballer truly is, take away their pace and then tell me who's the best. And I always think that's a great way to gauge the technical ability of the player. And I feel like players like Sterling, when you take their pace away, will be very ill-effective in a football match.
See, I disagree with that, Drift.
That's fair enough. I think you take away Sterling's pace and he's a bang average championship footballer.
All right, so I'm going to throw that back at you then. If you take away Mane's pace, what are you saying?
No, Mane's very technical. He's still got skills. He's still got the ability to beat players.
He's not very technical, Drift.
So how is Mane technical and Sterling's not technical?
Because Mane has a very unpredictable element. See, the thing with Mane, everybody keeps thinking about the Mane that dropped out of form. And that's where they're always skewing their thoughts on Mane. Mane's not just about pace. He's not.
I'm not saying he is, but if you're saying you've got to take away Sterling's pace and you take away if you take away Mane's pace, I don't think he's no wizard. He's no technical
he's no
specialist.
No, I'm not saying he's a wizard, but you go and you look at some of the things that he does on a pitch, and it's not about pace. Like, he's got better finishing than Sterling for a start. His passing is better than Sterling. So straight away.
Passing, I'd say Sterling's probably got better passing. Yeah. Finishing, I'd give Mane.
Remember against Everton when Firmino and Bobby both got Firmino and Salah both got dropped in the season we won the league, and Mane was playing, and he actually was a creator in the whole game, and he set up Origi, he set up Shaqiri. His passing, if he wants to, he's capable of doing those little eye-the-needle through balls and little
can't
things
say
like
that. He wants to. You have to see it over a sustained period.
I've seen Sterling do hella mad passes for these men at City. I watch a lot of City football as well. Like,
City to me is just cut back airlines. So I don't. Apart from De Bruyne, I think all they do is get to the byline and drill it across. But
no, come on, Drift. Come on.
No, seriously, man. If you go and look at all Man City's goals in a season, 80% of them are just get to the byline and drag the ball back. They're very predictable, but they're just good at what they do.
They're not, Drift.
All right, go and do it. Please, just do me a favor and go and do it.
Will. It's not that. It's not that.
I'm just gonna say we are running. We're running a bit short for time. We're probably gonna go into our last 5 minutes. I'm just gonna run a few of the comments, and then after that, what we're gonna do is go into some score predictions, quick starting 11, and then we're gonna head out. So again, people, smash a like if you haven't liked it already. We are trying to hit 500 subs. It will be an absolute world. Make sure you subscribe to Kopish channel as well. And yeah, so let's get some of these comments. If Salah wins AFCON with Egypt, he's clear. The argument of Lampard and Gerrard does. The argument of Lampard over Gerrard does them.
Chelsea fans can't take it.
Yeah, Salah. Yes, overall score more assisted, but Hazard a better baller. That's the general consensus, but I think the cup just.
I agree that Hazard's a better footballer than Salah. I won't deny that.
I just think. Yeah. I think
all right.
The lens is a bit different, isn't it? Because the lens is at times because when Robin was doing everything on one foot, man, them were gracing him like this technical god. You know what I'm saying? Like this technical deity or something. But when it's
Robin was, bro.
No, but he is. No, but he is. But I'm saying, why does Salah not get the same treatment? Salah does the same stuff.
Oh yeah. No, Salah gets disrespected 100%.
So
Hazard is one of those ballers that only comes along once in a generation in terms of his actual technical ability. Hazard was disgusting. I think people are looking at the overweight Hazard at Real Madrid and forgetting how good he actually is.
No, I don't think it's that. I
we're
think
not-
it's
we're not dismissing
even
that.
seasons at Chelsea, bruv. Didn't he go a calendar year without scoring a goal, bruv?
Yeah, but that was when he was trying to get Mourinho sacked. Didn't it? It
No,
was a bit
bruv.
technical.
Mourinho weren't there the whole year, bruv.
Let me shut down this quickly. Let me just shut this down one more time. Scoring goals is also a technical ability, people. Stop. Everyone is forgetting that. Scoring a goal is part of being technical. So
Heading
when people
is
say
technical.
it's all technique. Remember, technical is short. It's technique, man. Technique. So
See, this is why me and Cal argue a lot.
No, but it is though, because technical is not just dribbling. That's one aspect of a technique.
Yeah, no, but nobody here would call Andy Carroll technical, and he's probably the best headerer we've seen in the Premier League.
But that's because he's got out of
he
all the list of techniques.
No, but why was he not technical then? Because he had that thing he was so great at.
All right, because when you speak about technique, you're speaking about passing, dribbling, finishing, heading, crossing.
I think Andy Carroll's finishing was pretty good.
Leave out.
Mane's first touch.
Andy Carroll had a shot on him.
Get out of here, man.
Are we going to argue that Andy Carroll never had a great shot on him?
Nah, Drift, Larry. Man said Carroll.
He had a
right. You don't think Andy Carroll had a shot on him?
He had talk about Andy Carroll. This shouldn't even be we should even bring my man's name.
Listen, all right. If Andy Carroll hits some absolute belters from 25 yards, that takes technique.
Drift, you know what I will say? This is what I will say. Eden Hazard, if we're talking about, this is what I will say. Eden Hazard is probably more naturally gifted than Salah. I think there's a difference. He's naturally gifted. So I think if you said to two of them playing the if you said to two of them play in the park or whatever, like just natural gifts, like just show me what you can do. Just show me what you can do, array of skills, what you can do. It may look like Hazard can do a bit more. And not only that, as Monts said, it's like it's how you do it. I think Hazard is neater. He's tidy with it. He's so prettier. Tidy.
Looks prettier.
So there's always gonna have that sway.
He does whine on bare defenders, but I see what you mean.
No, but he's no, because this is what I would say. See how you all right. So this all right. If we're saying first touch, you probably have to say Hazard. If you're talking about ball retention, you probably say Hazard. If you talk about a bare dribbler, you probably say Hazard. If you're talking about shooting, you probably say Salah. If you're probably talking about heading, you probably say Salah. If we're talking about passing,
I think it's a toss-up.
It's a tie. So that's why when I say like, it is tough. It's tough.
Well, from what you just said, Matt, it looks like the only reason why Salah's above Hazard is statistics. Then
no, bro.
No, because that's his shooting and heading as well.
No, because Matt just named about 6 things, and Salah only beat Hazard in 1.
No, he didn't. He said heading, shooting, and passing was the same.
No, shooting was the same. Heading,
no. I said passing was the same. I said passing.
Okay, Salah won 2, 1 was a draw, and Hazard won 3. So technically, that means only statistics make Salah better than Hazard.
No, because that is just technique. That is just a conversation on technique. As an overall footballer, it's more than just technique, because you've got to start bringing about mentality, consistency.
I get that, but I'm just saying. Look, I'm not trying to. You lot know I'm obviously Salah over Hazard, but I think people sleep on Hazard.
No one's sleep. It's the argument.
Hazard is sick.
Shall I tell you what it is? It's the Benzema argument when you speak about players like Ronaldo and Messi. Ronaldo and Messi are better, but that doesn't mean Benzema's rubbish. God strike me down if I sit here and say Hazard ain't a baller, ain't sick, but that doesn't mean he's better than Salah.
Oh no, he's not better than Salah.
So I'm not sleeping on Hazard, bro. Hazard was one of my favorite players to watch, but Salah for me is just better. I'm gonna be real. I saw Hudson-Odoi has got more tech than Mane. Please, no, man. Can we stop this as well, bro? I'm starting to feel like Callum Hudson-Odoi has got to be one of the most overrated English players for the last decade.
No. Allow him.
I'm just being real, Matt. He's got
no. Hudson-Odoi, I think he's good.
No, exactly.
But I won't put him in a conversation with Mane. I won't put him in a conversation.
Hudson-Odoi is a victim. Hudson-Odoi is 100%, by the way, a victim of system. I will say that from now. He's a victim of system, and I feel like I'm not gonna be he'd be so sick for us. But like, if he actually when is he just like Origi? When does he actually get to play in his position and do what he's doing?
What's
Man's
his
playing
position?
wing back in that. No,
What's
he's
his
a left winger. He's actually a
wing
left
back.
winger, bro. He's a
He's
natural
a
left
left
winger.
winger. Like Hudson-Odoi, he's slick with it at times.
But
No
Hudson
one's
Odoi
saying
is
he's
actually a good player. It's just that he needs get. You know what it is?
Are we comparing him to Mane though, guys?
No,
no,
I'm
this
not
is
saying
no,
that.
no way.
Okay, that's all I
There's
need to hear then. I'm
No,
good
there's
then.
no comparison. I'm just saying.
I was about to cancel my subscription to anything football related if we was gonna have that discussion.
Yeah.
Callum was literally on the ultra Callum thing. He was on ultra defensive.
Yeah, bro. I was about to
I've
just
seen-
start swinging.
had your
Hudson
guy-
Odoi is technical. Hudson Odoi is technical with it. No, I'm not even gonna front. He's technical with it. Don't be fooled.
Or has he just got good dribbling?
No, Hudson Odoi is technical with it. He's technical.
Nah,
Is he more technical than Sancho?
You would have that type of convos.
He's not touching Sancho.
We won't talk about Sancho. Let's
Listen,
talk about
Jadon Sanchez, yeah?
in 8 games or whatever.
He's
it
not
is.
touching Sancho for technique.
Piano settings. All right.
I'm not saying nothing.
He ain't touching it for technique.
All right. I'm nearly at the bottom of the comments, guys. There's actually so many comments. I'll be real. Flawless is taking the mic. Flawless, if you come here and say that with chest. You got the link.
He's such
You really
a
wanna come
wind up.
in.
He's such a wind up.
I haven't been able to see the comments for the whole show, by the way, so I don't even know what's going on.
Drifty, you're Drifty. You would have been. A couple of them were cooking you for that Andy Carroll comment, though. But
No, but Andy Carroll had a great shot on him. No, I never said he's a great player, but he had a great shot.
Powerful shot.
When will it end, Robbie?
Say finishing.
But you know how hard it is to keep a powerful shot down so it goes in and don't just blaze over the bar. It takes technique.
Yeah, but he didn't do it often, Drift.
When he was at Newcastle in the Championship, he was banging in goals for fun.
Championship, Drift.
No, but your technique's got nothing to do with your level of competition.
No, it does. It does.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No, Drift, of course it does, bro.
Whether I do a bicycle kick in the park or in a professional match, I can still do a bicycle kick. Mentality is whether I can pull it up under pressure. That's different.
Didn't David Nugent bang out in the Championship every time he was in the Championship? And what happened when he was in the Prem?
Yes, so that's more about mentality, bro. Not technique. That's mentality to handle the pressure.
Against better people, bro.
That's pressure. That's pressure, bro.
Drift. Why is it that certain man bang out in the Championship but can't bang out in the Prem, bro? Because of technical difference.
No, because they can't handle the pressure of being at a higher level.
Of course.
I think it's mentality what separates you. Kevin Phillips has got just as good of finishing ability as most, but maybe he didn't have the actual mentality to be a great. I don't know.
I don't know, Drift. I think it comes down to the rising competition. Hence why we say certain players are world class and others. Bro, it's the same thing we said with Pats and Daka for the whole summer, bro.
This is a bit of breaking news. I'm not sure. Well, if it's Christian.
Yeah, I've seen that still. I've seen it. So
Flips,
Christian Falk has basically said if Lewan leaves, they will definitely try to go for Harden.
Remember, we've had this conversation that we think that he might want to stay in Germany and Bayern Munich might be the move. Remember, we spoke about it.
Yeah. For real.
It's just the second coming allowing, and Klopp might just do the allowing.
Hey, I'm all for it. If we get Lewandowski at 32 years old, get 2 years out of him, I'm all for it.
What happens next then, Drift?
Listen, when Klopp leaves, we're already fucked anyway, so we might as well enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I hear it.
I can't enjoy the ride. Shall I tell you what it's like? It's like knowing as soon as I get home, I'm going to get beaten because I shouldn't have been out. I'm not going to enjoy the rave the same way, bruv, am I?
Oh, I'm never going to like how I did.
Yeah, I wouldn't, bruv. I'm not going to lie, bruv. I'd be dancing like this and I'd be like, oh, why did I do that?
You know what? I'll be like, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting this beating for a reason. Come here, yeah, trust me, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, bro.
I wouldn't, bro.
Can I just say it? If Sancho does carry on under Oli, he will end up like Dominic Solanke. Anyway, let's just go on to
More like Jordan Ive. We move, but anyway, yeah, go on.
No, allow my guy Jordan, man.
Unpopular opinion: Adam Lallana's got more techers than Sancho. All right, what we saying?
Well, you didn't. Yeah, Adam Lallana's assist before the pass in that Leicester. Is it the Leicester game? Is it the Leicester game?
We don't
You
believe
man
you.
are really
Anyway,
trying to-
listen, it's 11:05. Shameless hours have started. So before we do that, guys, let's get a score prediction right now. On the Watford game, we'll go around. We'll start with Jiffy and we'll go round. So, Jiff, what's your score prediction? In the Watford game, Watford.
Oh, Liverpool, Watford, yeah.
Yeah.
2-1. I don't think we're capable of a clean sheet at the moment.
Okay. Hear it.
2-1 Liverpool. No Kelleher. Sorry, no Alisson, no Fabinho, no Jota. Yeah, it's going to be a slug, but I think we'll win 2-1.
Okay. Matt, what you thinking?
Sorry to be boring, 2-1. Because we're gonna have no, as Carl said, not Fabinho and Alisson. Jota looks like he's fit, so is Trent. We will get the goals, but in fact, you know what? Maybe a bit more brazen. Even though I think we will concede, I think we can give Watford a good hammering. Because if I remember correctly, I remember Leeds played them, and I think Leeds kind of dealt with them. I'm gonna say Liverpool 3-1. 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool, yeah. I'm gonna go 3-1 as well. You know, I can't even lie. Like, I feel like if we score the first goal, it's just gonna be a long day for Watford. I'll be real.
Their pacing behind worries me with our high line a little bit, though.
I hear it. That's why I think we'll concede, but I think we'll probably learn.
You think I'll go Josh King star up top?
I don't know what they'll do. No, they'll probably play my man. What's his name?
Is it Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis. They'll probably play Dennis.
That's it, Dennis.
He's got a bit more about him than Josh King.
I think he will sleep on Josh King though. He's not that bad, man.
I'm just a little worried about our defense. Like, on paper, it's spectacular, but in games, I just feel like we keep on having these random lapses of concentration and letting in goals we just shouldn't be letting in. It's kind of confusing at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear it. We actually got some serious questions in there, but anywho, and just to start in lineup, I'll go first. I'm gonna go obviously Kelleher in goal, VVD Matip as the CBs. We're gonna have the sixth god, the light-skinned defender, Trent Alexander-Arnold. We'll have the Scottish Braveheart at left.
I don't know why that's making me laugh.
Yeah,
that's
tickled me still.
That's sick though. Man's putting a 6 on in that. Why, man, like Trent?
Because he's in that number 66, isn't it? You're not one over your head.
No.
I know.
That's why I tickled you. That's why it tickled me
for
still.
real. 100.
Damn, I'm good. Hendo in the 6. I'm gonna give Naby the start as long as he gets off that plane fully fit, and I'll go Curtis left centre mid as well on the pivot.
Yeah, the crutch is ready.
I'm gonna go Bobby, the Fultz dying, and I'm gonna go Mane on the left, Salah on the right, and yeah, that's gonna be my starting 11. That's my starting 11. Go on, Carl. What's yours?
Same back four as you, goalkeeper Kelleher. Hendo in the 6. I don't think Naby plays or starts this game because he played, 3 games in like 6 days international. I don't think he'll start this game.
Didn't break down, by the way. Just put it out there. He didn't break down. To let people know, because he always gets injured, remember? So let people know that.
I heard there was a lot of turbulence.
Smooth ride. I'm going to go Hendo, Jones, and Thiago, I believe, is back for this game, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he?
No, he's not.
Oh,
Klopp said he's not ready. He's not ready.
He wasn't ready.
Raw. So then it's just down to Cater or not. No, I think Milner starts then.
Oxers look real good in training, though. I don't know if you lot have seen the training videos, but
so did Minamino, bro.
I'd look good in Liverpool's training, though. So
So did Minamino. Yeah, we ain't seen Minamino for a while.
He's another one who scores when he plays, though. You know what I mean?
Against who though? Who's he play against?
Yeah, but he's not playing for the 18, is he, Cal?
And there's a reason, bruv. There's a reason Klopp don't want him playing for the 18. There's a reason when we're struggling for a goal against Chelsea, he looks at the bench and he brings on a left back, bruv, instead of Minamino. Like, there's reasons.
Cal's harsh, innit? You know, Cal's the type of, like, you know, you imagine, like, Stevie coming over like, Dad, I got an A. Cal, in art, you give a fuck about art.
Oh man,
I would never do that to Stevie. Hold on. You're saying, no, hold on. You lot are saying I'm harsh. Maybe one thing I've said that's not factual.
No, but like every time someone be like, I scored or da-da-da, like you'll find a way to be like, so what? Like,
Yeah.
All right. You lot say Minamino starts this game. Does Minamino start this game?
no, he don't start this game.
No, he doesn't start the game, no. But I'm not going to discredit the goals he scored, though.
Minamino ain't starting nothing.
Front three is...
What's your 11? Last time he started, he scored just about the best one in the league. So, yeah, go on. What's the last...
front three is as it is, in it. We know what a front three is.
All right. Drifty, what's your 11, man? What's your 11?
I can predict Drifty's 11 still.
I'm going to go with the same 11 as Cal, but I'm going to play Origi up front.
I knew it.
Matt,
he's been sick in training still.
I should have put money on it, bro.
I know he saw Origi's shoulder drop in bottom left corner. I know you saw that, Drift. I know you saw that.
Big Div. By the way, unpopular opinion, until Van Dijk regains his form, Matip's the best centre-back in the league.
Hear that? That's not even that outlandish to say. Go on, Matt.
Same back four as you, man. Midfield would be Henderson, Milner, and maybe Naby, or Ox, one of them. And then the same usual three. I think it's only the midfield where I think we might see the raised eyebrow team. We're like, what is... I don't know what Klopp's doing there, because I think that's where the confusion is, because if Fabinho gets back late, even though they're trying to get a private jet sorted for him, the Liverpool players, the Man City players, they're all coming together in it to try and get back in time. But from what I know, it looks like Alisson may feature, but Fabinho won't. So make of that what you will, man.
Do you know that's like my work? That's like my workplace saying, you know what, Cal, you got to go and work in Guernsey this weekend, but we ain't gonna find a way for you to get home, so you're gonna have to split with your work colleagues or find out some sort of a solution.
Bro, it's Man City.
Matt, did you go Naby or Curtis?
I went Naby, but to be honest, I think Curtis had a bit of an if I'm not mistaken, Curtis was a little bit of a doubt before he played. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Will Klopp risk him? That's the only reason why. If not, I would have said, going by form, he would have went Curtis. Yeah. But then he's also might be thinking, Naby Keita's played 3 games, red don't want to play him. It's a tough one. I generally don't know what Klopp's going to do. I think a lot of it depends on how fast Fabinho gets back and whether... Because I think if Fabinho's back, it kind of alienates a lot of the issues that we have in midfield, personally. So,
and he better not be drunk this time.
Dude, Fab.
Yeah, bro.
Last player to be drunk, if I'm not mistaken, it was Trent.
Yeah,
I've actually got the footage, but I can't bring it up now. But
it was when he didn't even stand up in the line for the...
Marnie had to drapes him forward, and you just saw Trent do this.
What are you not talking about?
I don't want Fabinho back in bed. Them little mini, the little mini bottles on the private flight. I ain't gonna let him show me up.
So basically, when we won the league, I don't know what Trent was still gone, fam. I don't know whether he had a drink at lunch or whatever, but
the
Trent
Man
was
City game just after we won the league.
He was still gone, fam. Trent was still gone.
Yeah, he's definitely drunk.
Yeah, definitely, fam.
Klopp, I think, was still drunk.
Yeah. Fair play to them.
Some of them, certain man, are still drunk now. But anywho, I was about to say Mane was drunk for the whole season, but He's been playing well enough.
I'm not gonna say any names, bro, but certain man in the bottom right of the screen might have shot you through the screen, bro. You
I thought I was gonna have to take it off safety. I thought I was gonna have to take it off safety.
The Gippies at this. Who was drunk? Right.
Oh man.
No, sorry. My latest audition is in American, so that's why you've seen all of that today. But no, all right.
It's not
It's been a pleasure.
John W. Henry, yeah. Money ball.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah.
We little quick disclaimer. We actually had a number of topics to get through today. We barely covered any of them, but it's fine because this was just a vibey session. Like, this is a lot better than having a structure. I feel like this is essentially what Big Six Bands is about. Even though it's banter and toxicity, there's also technical intelligence, all throughout the video, statistics, all of it to back your side, to back your beef, obviously, even when we're in disagreement and supporting the same club. And that is the beauty and the philosophy of the channel. You know what I'm saying? So,
they call us Tangent FC, bro. So we just gotta kind of deal with it,
Tangent FC. We were supposed to start off with Watford. We started talking about Benzema and Haaland. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Man, we're talking about how many players you know from Gladbach. How do you know how many players you know from Sevilla?
Matt threw me out there still.
So
Matt was like Drake outside Kiki's yard, like, "What, you coming out or what?"
But listen, people, I don't want to keep. I know these not going to be up. They've got 101 things to do. So myself as well. So I just want to say personally, thank you very much for coming on the channel. Hopefully,
Definitely,
bro. Hopefully, I can be there for a watch along quite soon because that's one of the things I've been waiting to do. So we can get a watch along at some point sorted out. Anything you guys want to say before we sign off?
Yeah, subscribe to this channel, people. Smash the like button, share it around. I know Monts is aiming for 500, but I'm more aiming for 1,000. So let's do it, people. Let's get
it done.
No
hey, Mom, you hear that?
Trust me.
You said 1,000. You said 1,000. Love you too. Sorry, carry on.
Said love you too.
No, bro, enough love for having us on the channel, man. Each and every time,
Yeah, no.
Oh, is Matt
I
frozen?
don't even know what you're doing. I make sure our brother gets to 1,000. Trust.
Yes, for real.
Matt, you lost you halfway through there, so you want to just repeat.
Oh, what? Did I glitch out or something? Did I glitch?
Yeah, Henry got you. So.
Oh, J-Dubs, man, you gotta allow me, man. No, I'm just saying, bro. No, love again for having us on the channel, bro. And you know what I mean? If you haven't already, people, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get our brother to 1,000, man. Trust me. We move, people.
Move. Love that. And obviously, the link to subscribe to Kopish and become a member, all that stuff is in the description below. But I haven't actually put a description in to be a member, but you go on the link and it prompts you to be a member, so do that. But yeah, so do that. As I said, been supporting me for a long time, and many more collaborations to come, people. This is just one of many. It's one of many. So people, it has been another episode of Big Six Bands, and we will see you in the next one.
Hey.
We move.
Someone's got a cheat calling me Welbeck,